I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is April 15, Wednesday, 2026. Hope you had a good day today. So what we discussed, pretty much higher highs and higher lows going up, not fighting the trend. We talked about, I made this huge example of like, this is going into May, end of May and all this, all at the end here. But generally speaking, from the beginning here, what really matters, we get the higher high and the higher low situation. So we were inside that, what's it called? And that 4-hour imbalance right here that I made the video yesterday. So you have the projections here and you have some projections up here reaching to this 2 to 2.5. We just hit this -2 now. These are expired here. I'm sorry, the left one here. But the point is coming into it and using it quadded and all that. So yesterday, if I said that, it wasn't important, that's not what I meant. I just meant while I was making the video. But for now, this lighter color, this is the 4-hour. So you'll see it here, right? 4-hour. Oh, well, it's all the way over there. So 4-hour right there. All right, if you didn't catch the video yesterday, and then you have this high here, right? Beautiful. And then that's obviously going to be a target above that, right? So take a look at this fire, dude. Again, not fighting the trend. You're getting another classic buy day. How does it look like? The profile has a consolidation, and this type of classic buy day is a speaker as well. So it'll originate here. It'll make some highs, right? And then it'll come lows, take out the lows here, then come back up, and then it's sitting inside. Does it break below or higher? Generally speaking, you have more agenda here, and they're in a rush to just keep squeezing it. That's why we were talking about yesterday. You can see right here at 6:30 here, so pre-New York, you can see that we've hit this algorithmic level. It's a 25% level. This is not a random thing. This is a high probability imbalance on the 15-minute. You can see yesterday where we closed here, almost at the -4 exactly. So I used that projection from yesterday. I'm deleting it now. That got us here. Now I have it quadded. Okay, I didn't have it quadded in the video yesterday, right? Because we just got up there. So while we were busting through, it's like where's your next levels, algorithmic levels here? And you can see I got it right here on this 15-minute beautifully. So we're already here, and then the opening range gap is a small one. So this kind of tells me that it's a shakeout initially as well. That's just experience. There's nothing else I could tell you there. Let me see if I can zoom in because it's trying to fit all this on the screen. I'll start with this fire here first. You'll see that we get this this crazy wick right here, 745. It's just trying to squeeze up higher to this London high right here, and then you still have this sort of Asia high right here, and the goal is to make new highs and roll over through that imbalance that we're sitting in this pink. You see that? So when you get this accumulation, manipulation, and the distributions happening here, this is going to be a very classic buy day when it's hunting like the way it is in this type of leg. So it turns into a birdie day essentially, and then you're going to have a push up for one phase for a high and a higher low, and then a final phase, which is the final stretch, and that's the print of that bullish day. And then also the if you look at the bottom here, that it's 9. Let's just say this is 950, and if the average daily range was another 500 points, well, a low-hanging fruit would be what? 400 points, right? Even 300 points. So 950 and 450, that would be up here 500 points, right? So 400 points would be 350. We're sitting at that shit right now, actually. What's below that? The 200, the big 250 level is what matters here for me today. Because why? It's a big figure number. 250 is a big figure. 500, 750, etc. I'm sure you understand that. So watch how I get these motherfuckers. So I know that this is a high that we want to take, and we want to also come outside of this gap to seal it. Okay, cool. I'm going to do this only because of the fact that if you are still struggling and if you don't know where trades are happening, well, we're clearly talking about going outside to clear this, seal this imbalance. We're also talking about using these levels algorithmically with the quads to push up through it. We already bounce on this 25%. All right, so we close here by the 50. We get by the 50 here. We play around the 50. It's also playing around the 50 and the opening day gap. The opening day gap is, I'm going to transfer to the 1 minute. You can see it's obviously this red line, right? This red level. It's going to show you here where the buy is if you take a look deeply with the bodies. So with us using that level as well, opening range gap is here. You are getting structured already here, where it's a low rated, and then it makes a new high by taking that guy out, comes back in. It's trying to really sell the idea that it's selling. You notice that? So no, we ain't getting fooled for that, because we have clear targets above here, which we discussed up here, right? And the logic of taking out those highs. So at this circle here, you can see that I don't have the highs drawn, but the top of this circle is that high. I didn't draw that level yet. But the bottom of this circle is 250. Look where the fucking price is. I'm literally screenshotting it right when it gets to 250, big figure number. That's perfect. We get this shakeout here. Continuing that shakeout makes a high, then takes out this liquidity here. Does it keep going down? No. Does it go up? Yes. Now, you're going to see that once we raid these guys and we don't come any lower, because guess what? We've already hit this 25. Now, look at the 50 level. The 50 level actually has also the midnight level right there. See it in the green back there? They're on top of each other. And oh, the 930 is on there. Wasn't that a coincidence? They're all together, right? No, it's not coincidence. So they're shaking out from that level. And then guess what? You get the bodies sitting here. They're sweeping underneath. So the best buys are underneath that open level of the day. But the algorithmic level is midnight. So same story. The best level underneath, if it's buying underneath 930, is underneath 930. They're all sitting right there. And then now we have our first imbalance. Notice how the first imbalance is above this price action. Now don't forget the 50% of this bearish 4 hour. It's a 4 hour, not a daily. It's a 4 hour. That's why I have it light color. Once you're above it, it's already now done its business to the underneath it, and now it wants to go above it. And so from this 50% level, what would be the next level that algorithmically is going to go to? It's going to go to this 25%. So when I buy this here, I go up here and I take a profit. Sit back to what's it going to do? The 4 hours is probably going to expand here. Then it shoots up again. So it misses it by a tick right there. That's my first circle on purpose. Then it goes through and comes into this 1 and 1.5. I have a projection here from this whole range, right? Because it's a external high and an external low. So a very, very nice range to project. 1 and 1.5 is here, and then 2 to 2.5 is here. But I know the goal is at minimum to come to this next level, which is that outside the gap, correct? Not a weekly gap, the imbalance gap, okay? I also have the projections over here to the left here of the standard deviations of the Asia is positive for where I'm screenshotting it. But after this level, this would be my next target. Just keep following. While we're popping up here, this is algorithmic support resistance. This is not buyers and sellers making support resistance right there. That's an algorithmic support resistance that you don't know, people that know that that's there. So that's real support resistance. See that? So boom, pushes down. Okay, is it going to keep going down? No. What does it do? So do you know if it's buying here? Yeah, you know it's buying there. Do you know it's buying here? Yeah, you know it's buying there. So here, what would be the difference? We have objectives to still take care of, right? You see the birding, you see the flow, right? Okay, so if that's the case, guess what? You get this inversion here. We close above it. Look how the bodies sit there, and we go above. Some 3 drives right there. Retrace back in. Once we retrace back in, this is the next higher high and higher low. Look at the 50%. I just pretend I mean, you can eyeball that. You don't nothing on the chart, just 50%. You add this is under 50%, a little bit. You have this from here to here. You have it being a 61 to 70 right here, right? So while we're, so before I get up in there, right? The logic is structure up. So once this pushes up, you're not selling if you're up here, generally speaking, right? So we go, this price action is above that 50%. You have that first imbalance. We come in and then we wick in. Why do they come and they tag that guy? Because they know you bought right there. But that's an imbalance, isn't it? So your stop loss has to be underneath the 930. Okay? If you got wicked out here, fine. Could you get back in again? Yeah. Because it's making higher highs here. All right, and then you have no bodies inside. And notice that comes right back and snaps. Makes a new high here and then comes right back into the wick, upper quadrant, right? And then it's gone. All right, and balance there. Digs in. If you just use the structure higher high and higher low, real simple, right? If I do that, okay, cool. Well, this comes right back into it after hitting this. So these are all fucking buys. Okay, the objective is that in this phase of price, all right, you have a consolidation. You have the base of the price action on the daily candle. And then what it'll do after it raids like it did here, you'll pop up for the first phase for a higher high and a higher low. This is not the higher high and the higher low. We're buying the extension of the phase. Remember also that I understand that besides the big figure, I understand that the average daily range is that 500 points, right? It could be, let's just say even 400 points. But the point is that where would that be? Well, if this next 25% level is only 26,100, okay, that's 150 points away, right? So what's this level? That's 26,000. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. 26,200 over here. 26,200, right? 26,200, right? That's another 100 points. And then in this picture, it's another 50 points. This is why I'm once I get out here, I want to keep going to this area, right? I got the negative 2.5 coupled with this area here in this circle. Okay. So look, watch this. So before we get there, pops in, boom, bounces right there, closes with a bearish candle. I expect it to keep expanding to these areas that I'm talking about. What does it do? Beautiful. I got a buy limit right there, a buy stop right there on that bullish candle. Soon as this next candle pushes through it, I get filled. That's how I get filled with this. And you can see it's a little bit higher because spread, obviously. The next candle, they dip in and it protects itself. Doesn't go any lower. See that? Consecutive bullish candles. That's the environment you're in. Right? Even though you look at the 15-minute, that's the environment you're in. You see that? So this is a language that you are with experience that you're tackling the market and your flow is accordingly. So pushes up, boom, hits my circle. Oh, hits outside, right? Random. Comes right back in here. Comes right back into that bearish inversion right here. This is obviously bearish inversion. You're in the top half quadrant, and the body is sitting in the top half. That's why I did that. So if it wanted to keep going, let it fucking keep going. I don't care. But I'm gonna drag my stop loss, not my stop loss, my buy stop lower to where I feel like when it's gonna rush through. That's how I'm entering instead of manually entering. That's what this trade is. Okay. And then also the point of this conversation is that this is a low hanging fruit because we have. Didn't you know it was buying here? Didn't you know it was buying here? We know it's buying here. So from here just to here is you could wait all month just for something stupid like this. I'm just giving you a fucking example here. So you're taking these probabilities of structured algorithmic levels and so on, right? I already have this already outlined. So you can use the bullish imbalance here. I didn't highlight that. It would have worked just fine. There was no bullish imbalance here. But what could I have done here? Instead of a bullish imbalance, I used the inversion. But instead of the bullish imbalance, which there is one, what else could I use? I'm not using this bearish inversion. What level would I use in this price action? The leg up here. It would be that fucking this down candle right there. If I draw a line past it, you'll see. I'll move it over so you can see it because I know it's choking it. See it? See that down candle? The fucking open of it? Look, I didn't draw a line. I could have drawn a blue line across, but we're tagging that. That's perfect. Why? Because on this leg up, we dip in already. We tag it. It's an entry method. Comes right back in. Doesn't go any lower. Doesn't want to take out that low or that low. This is where the stop loss would be, generally speaking, if it kept coming lower. Well, if you already bought here, so let's just say you bought here already, right? I'm just giving you this example here. So I'm waiting for it to come back and then curve. I've already took profit here. Okay, so I'm getting it for the last stretch here. So this is what this is. Look at my circle. Yeah, I did that. How'd I do that? Got to my area, right? Notice how we didn't take out that high. That now it's in green. It's highlighted. That level. It's highlighted. Okay? What do? Well, London, it's birding. So London is not going to bring it past. They're going to push it up for lunchtime. That's what I was doing here. Look what time it is. 12:23 when I get out. I get stopped out at that fucking level specifically. That's the last candle up, buddy. Right there. Boom. Doesn't look where my circle, look where the high is. Now you can see the level right there. Right. The reason why I don't put it on is because I don't like to marry shit. Right. Because I know myself. I'll marry it and then look. Here's a perfect example of not having to hit specific levels of highs and lows. And then you can be a part of it afterwards if it doesn't hit. So what happens here? It gets out. I'm actually done. What does it do? It drives all the way back to take out all those simple higher lows, right? Well, I was scared that it was going to do that here. No, because the objective has not been still handled yet. And the daily range has it's so much, it has consolidated and made no points for the range. Now, we have moved a lot. I said yesterday in the video that we would probably speaker here. Didn't I say that? This was a small speaker though. So they were just trying to run for a base, confuse you, fuck everybody, and then whoop, go that way. The whole goal was here. So guess what here? You see this? See how I get knocked out? Comes all the way down. 3 drives. 1, 2, 3. This third one has 3 drives. 1, 2, 3. This second drive has 1, 2 drives. This first one, pretty much 1. Okay, we'll just keep it simple like that. So guess what? When it raged down like this, could I take this as a buy? Yeah, I could try for a buy here. I understand that I'm in the second move. I understand I'm oversold, and then you're gonna end up seeing a divergence here. And I took a loss here. No big deal. Then guess what happened? I was like, okay. My immediate response is they want to come to the 25% and they want to tag this guy right here. Look how I get filled at the bottom. I didn't even mean to get filled right here. I wanted to get filled right at the 25%. All right. Once it was shooting down, what it was doing, it was shooting down and stretching, and it was taking that fucking guy out. And guess what? This is a breakout area. One of them, you see a high right here and a higher low, but guess what? That's not the random breakout level. I just told you that was algorithmic support resistance. So they came to tag that. Why did they come to tag that? Because this was an easy buy. Oh, you don't say. So it comes down and is stretching, and I see it. And guess what? I could put a line right here on these bodies. I'm going to show you something. Here is how I was able to instinctively catch it while it was bold-faced pushing down. Okay. See this right here? See these bodies right here? It's not about the blocks, because there's a bullish candle here. This isn't, forget it being called an order block or a demand block or any of that bullshit. This is a mitigation block. In general speaking, for example, if somebody sells here, they come back up, and if they're underwater, they give them a chance to get back out. But look how it doesn't touch the bodies. Look at this low right here. Look to the left. It doesn't touch those bodies. So I'm going to come right back, because people are making decisions after it crosses over this body. So the guy here, I'm going to drag it out. The guy here, he thought, let me change this color. he thought, oh, I just made it, and he's still holding. And now they're trailing their stops. I told you there's a phase in between this day of price action of a bullish day. You have the sideways, AM, and then the D, the distribution. You come in with a phase, first phase, which is an expansion with a higher high, and then a retracement with a higher low, a buy, sell, buy, and then you make a new high, which is where we just did now, and we close here. Day's fucking done, fuck off, right? So I understand that, oh, it just trickled all the way back for the phase, for the retracement, that one big retracement. That's what it did. So to prove it, if I was to get in this trade, okay, oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I didn't drag it all the way out. Boom. Oh, that's not fucking random. You think that's random? You think I'm able to make this up? Okay, let's prove it. Let's prove it. So in this case, I will use even the bullish candle, not even the bearish one. I'll use the bullish one because that was that open of high. What's the low here of this candle? Obviously, you can see it. Low 102 and a quarter. What's the close of this bullish candle? The close 102 and 3/4. 102 and 3/4. And the low here is 102 and a quarter. So 2 fucking ticks. So they went for good measure 2 ticks down. If I move it to this, you're probably like, dude, you're crazy. All right. So we already know this is 102 and a quarter. What's the open of this bearish candle? What's the open? 102 and a half. So 1 tick closer, right? You can't make this shit up. Okay, buddy. Beautiful. Whole time it's coming down. I said, okay, I don't mind buying you guys. And I told myself, sell it, but I would never try to do that for the fact that A, I'm done. B, I don't want it to keep melting up. I don't let it do what it's going to do from here. I'm fucking already done. But if you're going to sell all the way back off to an algorithmic level, I'm going to buy back. Why? Because the fucking objective isn't done. The circle's still there. This is the same fucking chart, bro. Okay. No, this is my circle. Who's got this circle on? I mean, obviously you can see the high over there. All right. You obviously know what high we're talking about, right? We're talking about that high. This February 3rd high, right? That's the first candle of that bearish imbalance, actually. Okay. It's a little swing too. And also that is February's high. February 2nd. Well, I said 3rd because it made another high. Yeah. So that's the high of February. It's a monthly high. Okay. So now that I've mentioned that, right? That's that level across. So I know we missed it and we came down here. So what does this mean? If I'm getting in here, I'm very clear telling you that I'm bullish. So I'm buying, showing you buying here, and then I'm buying here to do what? To get above that fucking high that we haven't hit. Plus, incorporated the new high that they put underneath it. Why do they do that? Because that's why I squeezed out. Because what if it didn't go past it? And it sold off forever, even. Okay. This is price action. When it came back down and didn't hit it, and you're like, well, what if it kept going? Yeah. We came right to an algorithmic perfect level. Plus, look at the fucking imbalance on the 15-minute. This little hoopla that I explained here, over here, with this breakout little support resistance spot, if you take a look, you'll see, besides being the 25%, you'll see that the bullish imbalance on the 15-minute, notice where we just tag in that imbalance. So if I was to go to the 15-minute and draw it, okay. Oh no, I got a line there. Okay, there it is. See? I'm just gonna fucking make this whatever. Okay? God, that's ugly. You see it? You see how it? See, so I'm highlighting that fucking imbalance. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whatever. Okay? See that? See that? See X marks the spot with this. Ooh, upper. Look at the quadrant here. Okay? I could do this all day long. You know it. All right, so it's tapping in that 15-minute imbalance. Pfft, beautiful. That's what I'm getting filled. The price is literally bold face and it's touching these levels. I said, boom, hit that motherfucker. Oh, what do you got right here? You got a higher low here. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. That is just beautiful. Why do they do that? Because they need you to buy again. Who the fuck is buying up here? I am. Is that smart? No. But at the same time, is it smart? Yeah, because of the fact that we understand how they maneuver. They're going to just constantly punish sellers or people trying to sell. Okay? And then there it is. Clear depiction. Look how we tag it right there. Okay, okay, we come back. I'm sorry. I don't even draw nothing, dude. I don't even draw nothing. Okay? We tag it, comes into a reversal candle. Beautiful. This next candle rolls right over. Just, it's gone. As soon as I see this big ass candle stay empty, I know we're gone. Like, I know we're gone. We're just gone. I literally, like fucking go back to lunch, even. Right? So we tagging it with that imbalance. And then you have these consecutive down candles. I could have drawn a line right here. See, we're digging in it. So these consecutive down candles, order block, popping up. Here's the sealment of that bearish 4-hour imbalance. You can see that once we get here, and then this see when we're here, we go real quick, push up real quick. It's a high, it's a low and a high, makes a higher high and then a higher low, snaps back in. We're doing it all around this area. So they're trying to act like this is selling when they do this fucking wick shit. We know we're bullish. So what's above? What am I doing? I'm holding it obviously for this area, right? For this new high and for this level. But when we get to that high, which is it's a monthly high, I know we're going to go through it at the least, generally speaking. And then I'm going to squeeze. And what do I got here? What is this circle holding here? This circle, this bottom of this circle is 288. We just ticked it. You see how we just ticked it? And then I fucking say, I'm done. And then squeeze the stop loss to the last candle. I get stopped out here. This is you see 284 on the screen. What was I really doing? If you are following, I'm not going to say nothing. Okay. I mean, obviously you can go higher than that. But the point is, let me go to a 1 hour. If you thought this was fucking nice, what did we do here? Remember, we were going sideways here. What did we bounce on? What is this low? This is the 8th. This is that top 25%. Back to the 8th. Look at the body right here, sitting at pretty much the 16th in the center. I'm hovering over it. It's not there. Shoots, it's a 9 o'clock candle. Goes straight through this 8th. After this 8th, what's above here? That full standard, that full push up. All right. So this is the level 1 standard, or just the beginning of that level of that range. I duplicated it here. We already went through it. We're going through it now. Okay. And that's what that high is. And then I added another one on top just today. Okay. Look, we hit it. Bink. Boom. And then you come here. You shake out here in the 16ths. They don't want to make it perfect, right? And then boom. What's this level right here? What's this level right here? What's this level right here? 288. To see this 8th right here, that was my target. 288. I don't give a fuck if it keeps going. Yes, I can hold it for the 25%. Doesn't matter. My day's already done. But guess what? 288. Can't make this shit up. Look to the right. 288. All right. What's this level? Look to the right. 288. 288. Beautiful. Well, in general speaking, that's just some extra tidbits that I gave. And then guess what? It just kept melting up. I was like, I'm good, bro. It's like, have a nice fucking day. I'm good. We're in the 3.5 to 4, aren't we? Right now. See how we're in it? We're in it. That's from that range. Right? So we came up to the 2 to 2.5 initially. Obviously, we skipped that. We came to the 2 to 2.5. Shit fell short of that on purpose. Came right back to squeeze anybody that's breaking out here. Now getting in, and then notice how we get out of the trade. Notice how we get back in this trade for a higher high, higher low, higher high. It closes. Now I can sit here for the rest of the day. That's a classic buy day. See that? Oh, and then where did we go up to? Almost. Let's just say 375, 26 big figure. We were at 26 big figure. That's also the gist here, the obvious sense. Remember yesterday my target was going to the 26,000. We got here. We went sideways. Then they're shooting up to the what? Next big figures, 250, 500, whatever. But the average daily range was, let's just say 500. So we went, this is what is this? 934. So 934 and 500. So 934 and 334 would be what? 400 points, right? Okay. We're here now. We're there now. Oh, nice. All this coupling. You see how this is all working together? Okay. And then we tag that -2. Bingo. Oops. X marks the spot. I was just done. Fuck off. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. You can't make this shit up. And that's what I meant here is, we're coming up, we're making higher lows. And I said there were going to be very small retracements too, didn't I? In that video yesterday. So yeah, I mean, this is can't make this up, man. I'm doing it the day before. We're up here. We're here. We're here right now. The price action is right here, right now, isn't it? Okay, cool. All right. All right. And then they're still manipulating here with this shit with the VIX. And always remember, these are the last things that you need or can use. I'm not relying on every single movement here. You have to understand that. I just pull it up to review it and to help you see it. And just remember, the flow though is able to see your own asset. I understand the basic daily profile with the average daily range of it. You know what I'm saying? And entry methods and structure moving up. I mean, I can't make it easier than that, but I'm giving you the algorithmic levels. So this can't be hindsight if I'm fucking telling you much before, right? Obviously, we're coming still a little lower here, so that's still us melting up. Over here, you had decoupling here of the price action with Dow, and you can see that they're constantly moving down. That's just showing you that it's still going up. And then it is what it is. Higher lows here with Dow here turning around. It was a beautiful buy, as you see me catch that buy. And then just sweeping that guy. See that with the no wick right there? See that? Just popping into that breakout right there, right from here. Bink. Fake support resistance, but it's algorithmic support resistance. Oh. So the gist is same thing here. So expanding up, high, higher, low. All right, high, miniature, higher, low, small pullback on its way up. That's really simple. I don't know what else I could say there. And then it's still just melting up here as well. It is what it is. Got into this breakout area here, and I don't have to draw any of these lines. So putting bodies here on the weekly over here. We'll see what they probably late to the party here, Dow. We'll see. And then you can see here's a nice pump dump, which is beautiful. So pump first and then sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Right? Coming back for a mean reversion here. Obviously, nice speaker here. Right? So Dow came right back to that 50% of their shit. Coming up to it. Buy. Initial sell, buy, sell day. Beautiful there. And ES just straight up. Obviously. Going for all-time highs. Okay. Took out that guy already. That guy's next. February 11th. And I don't really need... I mean, this is just fucking gorgeous, to be honest. That's why I said yesterday, I love it if it's, it's a good thing for it to keep going up because it just makes trading easier. I don't want to see 22. I mean, I don't mind seeing 22 again, but you don't want to go through that with that kind of structure bearish. You want easy bullish structure, right? So we just flow with it. And and then trail your stop loss, bro. It's just keep it simple. Here's a shakeout. Here, another speaker here. So it's whoops. So you get the buy, sell, buy. Then it turns into the after the buy, sell, buy. So you can get a dump pump. In our case, it's kind of like what we got, but we got a fake little push up first. So in this case, I call this like a shakeout, buy, sell, buy. Right. So it shakes out first, right? It doesn't seal, but it hits the opening day gap for today. They really wanted people to buy this, apparently. And then same thing. Higher highs. How many buys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 8, whatever. 3 sells or 4 sells. Right? Look at that. Nice retracement. Just a simple retracement to then expand back. Beautiful. Cut the low of that motherfucker. Beautiful. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Okay. Took some losses trying to do it though, so it's fine. I know what I'm doing. But yeah, squeezing up more now. Okay. So you obviously have Nvidia pushing up too. So nice retracement there. And then I feel like I'm missing something right now for some reason. Shit, but we up here, man. I mean, just beautiful, man. Just beautiful, dude. Yep. Getting up to the overbought here. Look at now the daily reaching the overbought here. Pretty nice there. From the bottom to the top. Look at that. Just fucking gorgeous, bruh. What? And you're like, well, man, it was overbought on the 1 hour. What if it came to? Hey, I don't rely on this. You don't forget that. These all these things are. I don't even use indicators. This is an indicator, but this I like this indicator, right? But it's not like I got a alert here telling me, oh, when it hits it, tell me. I mean, I can do that, but the point is that you don't get lost in this other sauce, right? I give a lot of sauce here, right? The point is that algorithmically, the agenda is bullish. And then also, I'm just following that simple flow that I mentioned. Base expansion, right? And this type of leg, that's very beautiful. So the intraday pullbacks is beautiful. I mean, I'm catching it to the top. Even told myself when it was here, I was like, take a sell, man. Just take the sell, fucking go to lunch. Boom, I get this nice bearish candle. We pop in. It actually holds. Then they melt here. Boom, hits the top here. Comes in, and then you get your fucking drives, right? So even if I did a fib from here to here, I mean, to keep it like real simple. All right. There's your 50%, bro. So when it's under here, it's sometimes it'll tag it and just bounce off. It might not have hit this 25%. That's why, I'm if I'm eager or if I'm impatient or if impulsive, as long as you can stop the losses, after 1 or 2, if you're wrong, then you're fine. You know what I'm saying? But you're not looking to be a seller every time it comes up. That's what I keep saying. I made the video yesterday saying that. So, that's the case. And when you're here and price action's here and you use your analysis and you bullish or fucking bearish, it's like, well, what are we? We're bullish. So that right there already tips it to 51%. Like off fucking top. You get what I'm saying? All right. So anyways, but you got all the signatures that I've just explained in this video. Dude, this is fucking fire, bro. I'm telling you right now, this is beautiful. What else, man? Yeah, it's very smart to allow that first 15 minutes. Let the this 15-minute candle close. When it closed down like that, and then the 945 opened up. Look at the 945. Don't you see that as a massive fucking bullish candle closing? Well, so immediately here, I know it's even buying, right? So this is just, you're using these time frames, these understandings, that the price action of the candle, fuck algorithmic levels even. Price action, that's why I'm a purist. I don't have moving averages and all this other fucking, other shit. Like, dude, that's just noise. I can see everything in the candles all the way to the fucking wick of a 1 minute, dude, or 15 second even. Okay, and if you look at this on a 15 second, okay, here's extra fucking credit. It's like, which 15 second are you getting? Notice, this 15 second tags it. It closes. What's the open of this candle right here? What's the open of this next bullish candle? The open is 105 and a quarter. All right. 105 and a quarter. 105 and a quarter. 104 and a half. That's because I'm stretching the candle. If I take a loss on the candle, it's fine. But the point is that what do you demand in price action to see immediately? A bullish, strong candle. Period. And notice how they just keep going. We're already, look at the candle itself. This candle here, this, you can fucking see that? It's literally, it's on that quadrant. So they opened up, they closed here, and then they opened up, said, okay, stretch to that level, close. As soon as they're doing that, as soon as they hit the fucking level, I'm already hitting it. But immediately, this next one shoots right through that motherfucker. You ain't getting the entry unless you manually push buy or you had a buy stop above that candle. That's how I got into this trade. It happens to be a bullish candle. No difference. Okay, so I'm beating a dead horse, definitely for sure. We came up here. This is out of here. I gotta go, man. I have to do something, man. I can't wait for this fucking vacation. Oh my goodness. But I love this at the same time. Notice how we did dip into that daily imbalance, and that when they gapped down, that was counting as hitting it. Fucking bitches. That's logic though. But look behind the scenes, algorithmic level as well with the old gap hitting that 25%. So, dude, you know, there's got to be somebody in here who thinks I'm fucking full of shit or something. I don't know. Because I guess it could be hard to believe. I can see how it could be hard to believe. Man, I'm a fucking monster, baby. Again, I don't know if anyone's ever presented this in the world. I have never seen it. So, if you do, let me know. But don't tell nobody about this shit. And then obviously just maneuvering up through these quadrants here. Yeah. Right. So got into here, pushed up past this 8th, getting close to this. We're sitting in the 16th right now. We'll see what we do here. But the algorithmic level of this down candle here. So this down candle, it's also on a 15-minute. This down candle, it's laying on the 25% quadrant here. So when we come up and we come back in, they're just digging into that candle, right? And we push right up. So if I do a 50% of that candle, I can guarantee you it's the same fucking price. Or points away. So Wix, it just used it. So it's a high probability is what I'm trying to tell you, right? And then look at this. Look at this. This is more perfect sauce. So I don't know why I don't zoom in. I feel like you guys can see like what I can see. So if you bink hits it and then take a look, this 9 o'clock candle, it closes above. Look what 10 o'clock does. Look at that. 10 o'clock opens and bounces right on top of that 8th, bro. This is 26,051. 26,051. 26,051. Well, this is a 15-second. 26,051. Okay, watch this. This is that 10 o'clock candle. This is the 10 o'clock. Yeah, it is. The 10 o'clock 4 hour. This is the 4 hour 10. This is the 10 o'clock 4 hour candle. God damn. See this candle right? See this candle right here? This 10 o'clock. So we open up. What did I just fucking say? Oh my god, man. Oh wow. Yeah. Time to go. 0.51 and a quarter. Is that what I said? Jesus. 0.51 and a quarter. Where's 0.51 and a quarter? Draw a fucking line, bro. Okay. 0.51 and a quarter. 0.51 and a quarter. I'm gonna just put, god damn, just put this for now. That's that level right there. Boom. Tagged it. But that's an extra tidbit. But what's really going on here? Higher low. Higher high. higher low. That's the 4-hour candle. Little wick. So this right here is very important because of the fact that if you're wondering, well, how do I enter in this? Oh my God, I don't know what to do. You got to wait for a pullback. Looking at this chart, can't you see each one's a fib? That's how they get you in. All right? You see that? See this right here? Low, high, higher, low. Okay, doesn't it look like a 61? That's the second one here. Anyways, man, you know what I'm talking about, right? So, okay, that's so if you had tried to sell this and you failed, did you ever say that you should buy? Man, I can't believe she's home already. I'm done fucking making videos, dude. All right, you see that right there? So this is what time is it, bro? 45 minutes. So you get what I'm saying? This sells it all. Everything I just explained in this, I hope you understand it. So all right, all the drawings that I made yesterday, same idea. So we're do they want to make an all-time high or not first? Before they come back in the range. So this is, lingering up higher high and higher low. And then, we get that nice sell off either happening now, 15th and 16th. This could be happening. Okay. So, today's the 15th. So it could be I'm sorry. Let me say it again. So like the 16th, if it's the 5-year, this is going to happen here. It'd be like the 16th to like the 18th or some shit. Right. And I said that we'll probably have a bullish candle here. And then for this week, and then the next one, I said that last week, and then the next one will roll back in. Remember I said that? If you pay attention, you know I said it. But that could be possibly what's happening. So I expect a rollover here in, I don't know, like I said, between the 16th and 18th, somewhere like that. And then if it's the 5-year, it'll pull back in for the buying that we're doing here. And then May will open up. And then when May opens up, it comes lower. And then we'll continue back for the next nice buy. The next big buy is happening now, and it happens also in May. So if it's going to be the 15 year, the 15 year is going to do this. What I have here highlighted that you see, this first part is going to constantly do this. So forget all this right now. You won't see this now. You'll just constantly see these higher highs. What do they all have in common? All these examples, they all have higher highs and higher lows right now, right? That's exactly what I'm doing here. See? Okay. So, and then the 30-year, the 30-year starts to buy now. So the 30-year has never been in the picture. It hasn't been working for a while now. But right now, when the 20th comes, it could really push off, and we could exceed these highs. This is how, so hold on. So when I give this example, this is either happening from below or above it. If it happens from above it, then we're pushing through first, and that's going to show that the 5-year, what you're looking at is not the case. It's not the 5-year. It'll be more of the 15-year, which is it keeps higher highs and higher lows and expanding through that high. So that means I have to fucking draw it, don't I? So that what you just saw there is the 5-year actually. So the 15-year is pretty much what we're doing now. Again, higher highs and higher lows. And then we get another pullback on the 20, and then we push all the way up and close strong for April. So it's just constant right through the highs here. Okay, the all-time highs here. You guys take care. God bless.